Hello everybody, VM Reviewer 86 here, and today I'm going to give you a little review of the LG Optimus Extreme. This is what the phone looks like. I have the flash on, as you can see. Has a 4-inch screen. You got your headphone jack on top with the power button. On the back you have a 5 megapixel camera with flash, of course, and on that part right there you can see is the speaker, or the thing for the speaker. On the bottom, your mic and your micro USB port. Okay, let's see if I can get the flash to turn off. Sorry, I'm recording this with flash so you guys can kind of see the phone in its detail. Build wise, the phone is actually not too bad. It feels pretty good in the hand, not pretty solid. It feels pretty solid, but the back is kind of textured. There's no front facing camera, and let's take a look here. I bought this phone to try out with my T-Mobile service, and it's sold at Best Buy from and the carrier is Net10, and it's a GSM phone. But let's see. Oh, I guess I can't turn the flash off. Okay. And as you can see, there's like little fingerprints down there. But anywho, this phone is, how do you say, a phone by Net10, as said. It has Android 4.0.3. It's got a 1500 milliamp battery. Which I hear isn't that great from what I've read from other reviews. Let's take a look. The camera, like I said, was 5 megapixels. And let's see, you can basically just use this phone off their Net10's no contract service. Okay, let's take a look here. As you can see, the phone is pretty fluid, and excuse the glare on the bottom right. I want to say this is probably a mid-range device, and just so you guys can see, look, I'll run Temple Run on here just so you can see. Temple Run 2, actually. Maybe I should take my videos with all my cameras here, or with the flash on, I mean. But yeah, you know, this phone has a 800 megahertz processor. I think it's a single core. And let's take a look. The game just started. Comes with about 2 gigs of internal memory and it comes with a 2 gig SD card, by the way. So for those of you wanting to know the memory on it, let's take a look here. Sorry, I'm holding my camera well. It's not too bad. Seems a little choppy compared to other phones, I guess. Oh, sorry. And I died. Let's continue here. Really turn, okay. The monkey's gonna catch up. So you all get the point of Temple Run. I mean, it's just to show you guys. Fucking I died. Alright. Alright, well, you get the point there. Back to the home screen. It has 2 capacitive buttons, as you can see there, with a physical home button. And the physical home button is not too bad. 4-inch touchscreen, as said before. The screen resolution isn't too bad on it. I'm not really doing like an actual review here for you know, people that want to know more about this phone. I couldn't really find anything on the internet about this phone. Let's take a look at Android system info really quick. And there it says the build number for Android 4.03. And then memory down here, you can see that it's got about 2.65 gigabytes of internal memory, but it also comes with a SD card of, I think, 4 gigs, but it's not really usable for me because since I'm going to return this phone. Okay, let's go back home. I wasn't a fan of the camera app, because like for videos you can't really, I mean, you just really can't, there's no HD recording here, and sorry for the light, but let's take a look here, hold on. I mean, camera quality is not too bad. It's got autofocus, as you can see there, with their flash. But if you want to take video with this, it doesn't take HD video. I think it only takes, let's take a look here, hold on. It only takes VGA 640 by 480. That's the highest quality video you can take on this. And one little feature about this phone on the camera is it has this thing where you can, when people say cheese, it takes a picture for you. So when everyone says cheese, it'll take the picture automatically. And as you can see there, it's taking pictures. And I don't really have any pictures on here. Let me take a look. Picture of my desk right there. Picture of a Sharpie that I took. Quality isn't so great. It's a 5 megapixel camera with autofocus. It's an average camera. This is probably what you would consider a mid-range device at best. And one thing I liked about your drop-down menu there is you have little shortcut buttons up there, and you can change these in the edit menu. You can toggle different I guess, you know, shortcuts besides the Wi-Fi. It gives you little things like memo, and see there you can add more or whatever. Oops, hold on. I clicked that by accident. You can click add, and you can add accounts and seek, airplane mode, auto rotate, data enabled, quick Momo, and your sound profile. But I don't want to change any of that because I'm going to return the phone and I'm going to reset it anyways. Let's take a look at the browser. It doesn't come with Google Chrome. Right now I'm running off Wi-Fi, so let's see. I mean, let's go to a website where it's a little heavy on the pictures. We'll go to phonearena.com. Keyboard's a little laggy, surprisingly. Let's see. Phone Arena. Let's see what it finds. Go Phone Arena. Click it. Oh, it's still loading. Okay. As you can see there, the menu bar, it's still loading. This is one of those web pages that has a lot of designs and whatnot. And let's try pinch to zoom. Pinch to zoom is okay. I mean, the page still isn't done loading. I don't know if it's gonna try playing video in the background like right there. But scrolling wise, it's not too bad. It's a little stuttery. It's not done loading. That's because I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, and my router is right there behind that telephone right there. As you can see, it's right there. So, I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's not too bad. Let's take a look at portrait to landscape. Transition's not too bad. And it's not super fast, but I mean, it's doable. Alright. Okay, let's go back to that, and we'll just try pinch to zoom. The PPI on the screen isn't too bad. I don't see a lot of I don't see it too pixelated. I mean, you can see small lettering pretty well up to a certain point. And let's go back home there. Browser seems to work okay. Let's see if I can find YouTube. There we go. And it's signing me in. I think this is the first time I run the YouTube app, and I think this will probably be the last thing I show you guys on here. Okay. And we will see, we'll go to my channel, I guess, see if we can see what the videos look like on mine. And we'll go to the Galaxy Rush. There we go, let me see if I can get it to where the light won't reflect too bad there.
Hello everybody, VM Reviewer 86 here, and today I am going to unbox the Galaxy Rush by Boost Mobile. I got this phone on sale at Target for $79.99.
Let's play high quality. Wait, hold on. High quality, okay. See if it looks any different.
$79.99. Original price I think is probably like $129.99. But luckily for me, the sale was over, but the sign was still up, so I managed to snag this phone.
So it looks pretty clear to me. I mean, screen-wise, it's not that bad.
Not including text. Oh yeah, alright, but yeah.
Alright, so you get the point.
Anyway,
So, I mean, right now I got this phone at Best Buy for $120, and I'm gonna return it for probably something else because it's not what I needed. But anyone who's interested, I mean, this phone, it's not a bad phone. I mean, I'm not giving it as much credit as I should probably because I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna be able to use it. But I'm just giving you guys kind of like a snapshot review of the phone. Here's the settings menu. And you got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data. You got your sound, display options. Let's see if this doesn't have face unlock, I think, because yeah, and you know the keyboard's not too bad either. I don't think. Let's see. Keyboard. Let's type a name out. It's not auto-correcting, so I'm pretty sure that's something that you have to turn on. LG's keyboard doesn't seem too bad though, but let's see if it stutters there when I'm typing fast. And as you can see there, it doesn't really stutter too much. You got your Play Store, camera, and it doesn't. Let's take a look at the apps really quick before we finish off. Let's see. It comes with an alarm clock, your application manager, your browser, calculator. Pretty typical things that you would want to see in a phone, and a prepaid phone. You got messaging, Google Plus Messenger. Of course, it's going to come with stock Google items there. Settings. It's got a voice recorder also. It's got Google Talk, Polaris viewer, so you can view your files. Google's music player, and oh yeah, I downloaded Quadrant Standard, and this phone actually didn't benchmark that high. And I downloaded Speed Test, but I'm not going to use it since I didn't activate the phone, so I don't get to see how fast it runs off the network. Tempo Run 2. Well, let's go ahead and run Quadrant Standard. Well, let's see if I can find the result now. Well, let's take a look. I'll run a full benchmark really quick. Now let's see more about this phone that I can think of. I mean, it's a nice phone. In hands, it feels pretty good. I'm not a fan of LG's squarey, boxy looking I guess I'm just not a fan of the boxy looking or the square looking phones in general. Like, compare it to the Galaxy Rush right there that I also purchased. And this is a smaller phone, but I like phones that are kind of round and, or like, you know, have round edges like that. I'm not a fan of boxy phones like that. And keep an eye out for this review. I'm going to review this phone, and I'm actually going to sell it. Since I don't plan to activate it. I purchased to review it, and I plan to sell it. So anyone interested, keep an eye out. I'm gonna post the link on eBay. And this is also a nice little phone. And actually, this phone benchmarked higher than this one on Quadrant Standard. This one I think benchmarked like around 2,500, something like that. And you'll see it in the review. But yeah, this is the Samsung Galaxy Rush right there. So I'm going to put that aside. Right now you can see that the CPU isn't actually doing very well when it comes to, I guess, loading all that info. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Okay, it's still, look at that, it's still on the CPU. You think that for a phone like this, I mean, I would consider it maybe like a mid-range phone, but now I'm starting to think that it's a lower end phone, because the processor is going really slow, and you can see there that the frames per second aren't that great. 34. And you know, it varies, I guess, from let's let it finish up here. It's got an, oh, okay, here we go. It's got an 800 megahertz processor. So no wonder I'm not seeing like great results here, I guess. Okay, yes. Okay, so as you can see, the device is at the bottom here, and sorry, the flash is kind of getting in the way. It scored a 1625, so that's not that great. So anyone interested in this phone, it's not a bad phone, but I mean, if you're looking for something a little better when it comes to specs, I'd probably look in another direction, especially if it's a Net10 phone. I think this is probably Net10's best phone, in all honesty. I think I saw the other phones that they had there, and they weren't great. So just keep that in mind if you're a Net10 consumer and you're looking for a phone. I mean, this is a good phone, but if you're looking for something higher spec wise, you might want to go with something like the Galaxy S3, which I think is in their lineup also. But as you can see there, not a lot of stutter when it comes to the apps. So I guess when you have a bunch of apps running, that's when it starts to slow down. But yeah. Okay, well, that's my snapshot review of the LG Optimus Extreme by Net10, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe.